It's a blue world
Hey everybody, it's your boy Chris, aka Mr. Fantastic, and I am loving the new Mac Miller album, Rest in Peace. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about one of, if not my number one favorite piece of tech released last year, one of the best gadgets released in 2019, and the latest addition to the Mavic family. I'm talking about the little guy, the DJI Mavic Mini. I love this little drone. It's the latest addition to my photography and videography arsenal. I've been using it for about 2 weeks. I love everything about this drone. The film quality, the ease of use, the build quality, the speed, the battery life, all wrapped up in one tiny little affordable bundle. Now, I wouldn't call this professional by any standard, but it's no kid's toy either. I'd say it's more of a prosumer type product. But before we talk about who this gadget is for and compare it, let's go about this step by step. Starting with build quality right off the bat, this drone is tiny. It almost fits in my pocket. It's so small and extremely light. Weighing in at precisely 249 grams, the Mavic Mini is mostly made of plastic. Don't let that fool you into thinking that this is some cheap, non-durable piece of equipment though. Mavic Mini is surprisingly sturdy. This isn't some cheap disposable McDonald's toy plastic that we're dealing with here. This is a tool that from picking it up you can tell it has lasting build quality. From the moment you touch the Mavic Mini, you understand that though this guy is light and made of plastic, its shape can hold up longer than its specs, which is exactly what we want in our tech. Speaking of specs, let's go over that. Firstly, film and photo quality. The Mavic Mini records 2.7K video with 25 and 30 frames per second, as well as 1080 Full HD at 25, 30, 50, and 60 FPS. Packing a 35mm lens at a 2.8 f-stop, it takes 12 megapixel videos. This is a pretty surprisingly impressive spec sheet for a drone this size at a low starting price of $399. The Mavic Mini also uses a 3-axis gimbal so it can roll, pan, and tilt. It also has a max surface ceiling above sea level of 3,000 meters. That's over 9,800 feet. That means you can fly this thing through mountains and over the tallest buildings in the world, given that the wind isn't too bad. It also has an average battery life of 30 minutes. But with the Fly More bundle, you get 3 batteries with a portable charger and a carrying case, propeller guards, adapters. Considering that batteries for the Mavic Mini are $45 a piece, and the Fly More package is only $100 more for 3 batteries and the charger and everything else, we went with the Fly More package. We highly recommend that you do too. It's a great value. Now with speed, it varies between 3 different modes that you can fly in: Sport mode, Position mode, and Cine Smooth mode, or S, C, and P mode. Sport mode being the fastest, but if you're recording more for landscapes or for hyperlapses, you probably prefer to keep it slow in Cine Smooth mode, or you can just go Position mode if you're just focusing on doing photos, or if you kind of want a middle ground. Ascent speed varies at 4 meters per second at S mode, 2 meters per second at P mode, and 1.5 meters per second at C mode. Descent speed at 3 meters per second in S mode, 1.8 meters per second in P mode, and 1 meter per second in C mode. And finally, max speed varies at 13 meters per second in Sport mode, 8 meters per second in P mode, all the way down to just 4 meters per second in C mode. Ooh, that's a long spec sheet. Now, I said at the beginning of this that this isn't what I consider a professional quality drone. And it's not. It doesn't record in 4K or higher. It doesn't record at 120 FPS. It doesn't have the best dynamic range. And it's not the fastest. But considering how well it performs at its size, weight, and price range, I wouldn't sleep on it. It's a really great deal. It makes for easy use in travel. Even when put against the Mavic Pro 2, it holds up nicely considering everything else. Most importantly, with its ultralight 249 gram weight, this drone meets most flying regulations, allowing you to fly in more locations and situations than nearly any other drone of its kind. So really, this drone isn't so much for the professional, but more for someone who is new and getting started with drones, and or someone who's on a budget or needs a drone that's really easy to pack and travel with. Really, whatever your budget or skill set, I would really recommend the DJI Mavic Mini for being a great little compact and affordable toy with a lot to deliver. Do not underestimate it. That's it. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our links in the description. And most importantly, have a fantastic day.